since this figure has been used for comparisons in some of my previous videos, such as the DC Multiverse Fire video, where we compared her with the Fire character from that video of like the difference between the greens that they could have used, and also the fact that she's also in the Black Widow video, etc. Right? She's made an appearance, and I decided, you know what? Let's just finally talk about She-Hulk and why I got the She-Hulk. So I got the She-Hulk mainly because I just like the way that they designed this more traditional. I don't know if she's like classic, but she does have like that retro vibe to her. And I really like the way that the She-Hulk came out because, one, her green is popping. I like vibrant looking green like this over this kind of green. Let me just bring... Like, don't get me wrong, this green is still good, but there's something about like that other green in the retro one that just feels more positive and vibrant than this one, right? This one feels like it's a little bit more mute in terms of the colors. So I don't know, that's just my opinion when it comes to this particular green. I've always liked the lighter green, like this She-Hulk. I don't know, that's just my favorite color green, so that's my opinion. So this is why this figure gravitated towards me. And then on top of that, because we did a video review the other day on the Hulk figure that was also very like retro vibes from what I can tell that that figure is going for, well, you kind of need a She-Hulk that can go next to it or stand next to it on the shelf that kind of feels like they walked out the same comic over, mixing this Hulk with the more modern She-Hulk that would have fit better with the modern style of Hulk, right, if they have a figure like that. So I'm just going to bring them in. As you saw in that Hulk video, how the two of them look like together, I have to say that this is not a bad, display when you have these two together, because the green on this Hulk is vibrant as well because it mixes between light and dark. And then you have this lighter green that's just very, very positive colors to me. So it just fits better than the, the more modern looking color. So, yeah, that's just my opinion on this, right? That's just my opinion on how I view that She-Hulk and this She-Hulk, and why this She-Hulk works better with this Hulk. But if you have a different preference, then, you could always pair it with something else. As for her aesthetics, so this is basically the simple thing with a lot of Marvel Legend comic book figures, is that everything on them is painted, right? There's not much sculpt work except for her musculature, right? Like her abs and her legs and her arms, like that's all sculpted, right? But that's it. There is nothing else that is sculpted when it comes to her clothing. Oh, I forgot, in the head too. We can't say that the hair is also sculpted. The face is sculpted nicely, and I really like the way that this face came out, because that is a very, very confident looking She-Hulk. Like, she's not afraid of anything, which she never is. And yeah, it's just a very nice looking She-Hulk figure. And I don't know what else to say. Like, it's a very simple figure. There's not anything crazy going on with it. It'll just get the job done if you're looking for more of that retro style look when it comes to Marvel characters, right? As for her accessories, she doesn't have a whole lot. She only has two interchangeable hands. Right, these are gripping hands, and these are meant to grip this accessory that she includes as well. Like, basically, like, bending a assault rifle or something, whatever this is, in half, right? So showing that guns don't do anything to her, so she'll just grab it and just bend it, like that whole thing that they used to do back in the day in a lot of comic book stuff. And then, of course, she also has her two fist hands, and you can't have a She-Hulk without her fist hands. So there is that. And that is pretty much about it when it comes to accessories and the aesthetics, because there's not much else I can really say. Oh, there's one other thing. Let me actually bring this up. It would have been nice if they included another head sculpt. So, as you can see, the hair right now is just like down, right? Like straight down. It would have been cool if they gave her another like head sculpt where the hair is like kind of like swaying to the side or something, to make it look like, oh, what if the wind was blowing her hair. I don't know. That's just a suggestion that they could have done, honestly, because it is very expensive to pay for a figure essentially like this that has like that basically has nothing in the box. Like, this is it, right? And you're paying $24.99, so with tax on Amazon, it's like $27.55, and that's very expensive for a figure, right? Especially a figure that lacks like a lot of accessories. Like, they could have given her at least like one more head portrait, in my opinion. And I don't know what else they could have gave her, but I know for sure an alternate head should have been something to include as well. But that is not the case, so that is unfortunate. Oh, and now I want to talk about the things that I dislike about this figure, and that mainly is just the colors of her joints. So you can see her knees, right? That's where the articulation is, and you can also see on the back here, you know, with the arms. I am not a fan of the way that they painted the green here. I don't know why they had to break it up and make it look different, because it looks really weird doing it this way compared to, you know, it's not the same thing as this, right? Like, that's different. But on this figure, I don't like the way that those joints are painted. It always like surprises me every time I see them do stuff like this, whether it's Marvel Legends or even sometimes SH Figure Arts. I don't know the reason why they do this. If you know the reason why they have to paint the joints different, you could comment below to let me know. But yeah, that's something that I do not like. So, all right, with that said, let's get to the articulation. As for articulation for this figure, she is not going to look up, so do not even think about that. She can barely look up because this hairpiece gets in the way. Can she look down? Not exactly either. So the neck joint, the way they did her neck with whatever joint they have inside that head, is very limited in her articulation, which is very unfortunate. Can she turn her head to the side? Yes, but again, she cannot look up because this is hindering it, right? Same thing on this side. Hindering. So, not a good thing. Can she rock her head side to side? Not exactly. So her head is limited in how much it can look up or down. So do not expect much with head articulation if you're trying to do some sort of dynamic posing. As for her arms, they can go up. They can't go all the way unless you move her head. Then they can. They can lift up this much. She does have the double jointed articulation, which is very good, in my opinion. And of course, with her hands, like every Marvel Legend does, she has a hinge peg combination. So, you know, these move. But on my copy, they are stiff because I didn't heat them up. So it's the same thing with the fist hands, right? As for her torso, there is movement up here. It can't really crunch forward. It can lean a little bit backwards, but that's it. She's not going to do much there. It can't really rock side to side. And there is no waist articulation because usually in this case, there is never waist articulation. As for her legs, and kick out better than Hulk. So there's that. She does have double jointed legs. I say they bend pretty good. She does have swivel down here. She also has articulation here. The feet can rock side to side. She also has die cuts, but they do break up the sculpt. In terms of the splits, she can do really good splits. That's amazing, because there are a lot of female Marvel Legend figures that can't even split their leg that far. So it is really funny that she has like good articulation in some areas, and then she has like really bad articulation in other areas. So again, it's good and bad. It's not like, I don't want to say it's okay. So this is how I'm going to conclude the verdict. Articulation in the head, completely ass. Okay, you're not going to get any movement with that. But articulation in the arms and the legs, I think they're pretty good. Articulation with the torso, that's standard Marvel Legend torso articulation. So if you collect Marvel Legends a lot, you're used to this kind of style of sculpting anyways. I'm more used to DC Multiverse with the fact that upper abdomen can move, lower waist region can also move, right? So 2 combinations of articulation. I wish Marvel Legends incorporated something like this. Only one figure incorporated something like this, and it kind of works, but not exactly. They haven't done it all too often. So, but with that said, the articulation is still good enough for a Marvel Legends, because you're not going to get any better than this. They can, if they do try to push the articulations, but unfortunately they don't. So there is that. And let's bring in, I guess, the other She-Hulk now for comparisons, and we're going to put the other head on. So instead of that normal head, let's show the angrier head. So it doesn't look bad, right? Like I said, if you have both these She-Hulks like I do, they do go nicely together too. It's really cool to see 2 different She-Hulks, I guess, like capturing 2 different art styles from different points of time. And I like that we are seeing this. The next She-Hulk figure that I hope they make is the one where she wears the purple and the white, but it's like the stripes are different. Not like this one. There's like a, I think it goes down to her legs too, the costume. I don't remember what version that is, but if you kind of get what I'm talking about, then you know which one. They made one a long time ago. There was a Marvel Legends She-Hulk that they made. I think it was back during the Toy Biz era, or maybe the earlier years of Hasbro Marvel Legend. I don't remember which company, but there is a She-Hulk that had that white and purple, where the white was more dominant and then the purple was more of like the stripes, I think. So if you know what I'm talking about, yeah, I'm hoping that one gets a figure, like a new updated figure, because it's been a long time since they ever made that She-Hulk in that costume. So yeah, but with that said, if you found the She-Hulk review informative and you want to give this video a like, you can like. If you want to subscribe to my channel because you like the way that I just do my reviews or just talk about action figures in general and other stuff that I do on this channel, you can also subscribe. If you don't want to, it's all good. I do this for fun in the end of the day. And with that said, take care, and I will see you in the next video.